CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Nasha Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. We begin with a safety alert. Police hit the streets of Southwest Miami-Dade neighborhoods passing out flyers. They're asking for help to find a man that they say tried to kidnap a toddler. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench has the story.
I'm Peter Dench in Southwest Miami-Dade, where detectives have been going door to door trying to find this man right here who they say tried to abduct a 2-year-old boy right in front of his mother at a park.
A mother and her child were here at the park as the mother was getting ready to leave, and there was a male came up to them and tried to take the child from her. She got into a struggle and was able to get her child back and leave from the park.
We'll have much more on that story coming up.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside, a beautiful shot, but thunderstorms are starting to develop across the area. We even have a flood advisory in effect for Broward County. We want to get right to Next Weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler for the very latest.
It's the outflow boundaries, the sea breeze that has now come in, and that's producing these storms. That's providing some lift in the atmosphere. So now we've got showers and thunderstorms that are producing heavy rain up here. The flood advisory in effect until 5:45. Deerfield Beach down to 4:41. Pompano Beach even had a funnel cloud reported just in the last few minutes along Dixie Highway. So yes, that's a possibility with these little storms. This is the area, Lakeview down to the Turnpike. As much as 1 to 2 inches of rain has already fallen. Could see another 1 to 2 inches. So we're going to watch for that in northeastern Broward County. And you can follow that boundary all the way down here now to Miami Lakes, Hialeah, the Doral area. These showers and storms have just started to develop, moving to the northeast at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. So yes, we will have some storms yet this afternoon, even despite the fact it's been very cloudy today, and that's been helping to keep the temperatures down. High so far, only 88 degrees. That is the normal high for this date, but we haven't seen that in quite a while. So now the temperatures drop to 87 with a little bit of rain-cooled air. I wouldn't be surprised to see it drop a little bit more this afternoon, but because there's so much moisture out there, it still feels really sticky. 96 degrees, so that's really what matters, right? Let's put this into motion for you. Our rain tracker, we're going to see some more showers and storms yet this afternoon into this evening. And again, northeast and then kind of drifting toward the metro areas, the coastal areas. That usually does happen. So overnight, we should be dry. And then again, with that strong southerly flow, all this moisture coming out of the Caribbean, we'll have showers and thunderstorms developing again. There's so much juice to work with. So 9 o'clock in the morning, by 4 o'clock, you've got more developing. Same movement, moving to the northeast at this point. Same thing for the evening hours. So again, wash, rinse, repeat. Same thing again heading into Friday, maybe a few more showers and storms. So a very wet day again. Humidity levels extremely high, a bit oppressive and uncomfortable. But this is going to come to an end soon. We're just going to have to wait. Don't see that happening until we get into the weekend. And again, a heavy rainfall threat limited. That's going to cross Broward County down into Miami-Dade again. Several days in a row now that we've seen that, and the flooding threat continues to grow. The ground is saturated. Any more rain that falls on it could cause some flooding problems. So high chance for rain all the way through Saturday, dipping down a bit as we get into Monday. Another 2 to 4 inches, definitely not out of the question. And in the tropics, we're still watching Tropical Storm Philippe. This time it's moving just a little bit now to the west. Weak, washing out, but it will bring squally weather to the Puerto Rico. Things look like that, Puerto Rico. Also, as we get into the islands, we're going to see some rain and thunderstorms. Here's your showers and storms lasting all the way through Saturday. Drier air finally by Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Temperatures will also be up just a bit.
Cindy, thank you. We are working to learn more about a deadly shooting at a Miami Gardens store. This is video from the scene. Investigators say the shooting happened just before 10 p.m. Police responded and found a man and a woman with gunshot wounds. They were later pronounced dead on the scene. A preliminary investigation reveals the man entered the store and shot the woman and then walked outside the store and then shot himself. Surfside commissioners are coming together. It's to discuss the future plans for where the Champlain Towers South once stood. All this comes as developers released renderings for the design of a new 12-story tower. The new plans address concerns about trash collection. They also factor in space for a memorial park. 7 Republican hopefuls, presidential hopefuls, are making their case to voters. Tonight is the second primary debate. Former President Trump is skipping the debate to campaign in Michigan, but Governor Ron DeSantis and former Vice President Mike Pence are among the candidates who qualified for tonight's debate. The debate begins at 9 p.m. at the Ronald Reagan Library in Southern California. The third debate is set for November here in Miami. There are 3 days left to avoid a shutdown, and there are dueling strategies on how to get a deal done. On Tuesday, House Republicans advanced 4 spending bills. They contain deep spending cuts that Republicans have been pushing for, but they are not expected to get past the Democratic-controlled Senate. We are learning more details about a U.S. soldier that was expelled by North Korea. CBS News Miami's Bradley Blackburn has the very latest developments.
U.S. officials say they now have custody of American soldier Travis King. The transfer happened in China. Earlier Wednesday, North Korea abruptly said it was planning to expel the 23-year-old Army private who dashed across the border between North and South Korea in July while on a tour of the demilitarized zone. North Korea's state news agency says King confessed to illegally entering the country and that he maintained he had faced racial discrimination and inhumane treatment in the U.S. Army. The Wisconsin native was convicted of assault and had just been released from a military jail in South Korea and was supposed to be heading back to the U.S. to face more disciplinary charges. But instead of departing, he hopped on a bus tour for the DMZ. It took weeks for North Korea to acknowledge King was in their custody. Now he's expected to face additional charges in the U.S. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
U.S. officials say that King has been declared AWOL, and that can be punished by dishonorable discharge. Millions of Americans now gearing up to repay their student loan debts. Find out how you can still ask for help when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Millions of Americans are about to start repaying student loan debt plus interest, but you can still ask for help. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor shows us how.
We meet Yarelis Mendez. She is a young lady from South Florida and one of the millions of Americans who will start paying their student loans in October.
Starting on October 1st, I know that my finances are going to change.
Yarelis Mendez got a full scholarship for her bachelor's degree at the University of Florida, but that is not how she got her loans.
I'm trying to figure out what is the way that I'm about to make a payment that equals for many rent that equals mortgage. I'm expected to make on October 19th, $1,429. Does that mean that I'm going to not give as much money to my mom because I still live with my mom?
She attended 1 year of law school and got her master's degree in community and social change. Her debt is almost $125,000.
A bachelor's, quite frankly, isn't enough anymore.
So you feel like you were left with no other choice but to pursue a master's degree?
People need to get masters or sometimes even more to qualify for jobs. The fields are extremely competitive. They are looking for masters, or if not, they're looking for 10+ years experience.
According to the Student Debt Crisis Center, 45 million Americans have student loan debt totaling $1.7 trillion. The Biden administration is offering loan relief of up to $20,000 for some borrowers. The federal government came up with the SAVE program. Mendez applied but has not received an answer. FIU finance professor Mark Del Pozo says people can still apply for the SAVE repayment plan.
If you make less than $30,000 a year, you're not going to have to pay until you start making more than $30,000. You'll look at your income and make sure that you're not paying more than 10%, and they're going to lower that to 5% of your disposable income.
Many students are now reconsidering which degree is best.
I think it's going to make people balance out, is this degree I'm seeking going to benefit me economically down the road?
I come from a first-generation immigrant family where it was hammered into us that education was a way out of poverty. Education was what was going to get us to the next level.
If you have not applied for help to pay your student loan, the website to go is studentloan.gov/IDR. Now, if you have scheduled a payment next month, go ahead and make it, because if you don't, the consequences would be worse. In Doral, Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
Tonight, Inter Miami aims to take home their second tournament trophy of the season. They went through their final practice Tuesday before the U.S. Open Cup finale against Houston. However, Lionel Messi was not on the pitch. He's still dealing with an old scar tissue problem. He is listed as a game-time decision. According to the head coach, the finale will be played at Drive Pink Stadium tonight at 8:30. South Florida native Frank Rubio has set the record for the longest U.S. space flight. Rubio and 2 Russians returned to Earth just hours ago. It was after being stuck in space for over a year. What should have been a 180-day mission turned into a 371-day stay after problems with their original ride home. Rubio is a graduate of Miami Sunset Senior High. Welcome home. That's your Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami.